welcome to another edition of A Shave and a Song. Glad to have you back. For those of you who are new to this show, it's kind of a weird mix. It's a show about shaving with a straight razor, and I'm going to be doing that today with my Dovo Best Quality 6/8, and it's been rescaled with zebra wood. I did that myself, and it worked out really nice. It's not just a show about shaving, it's also a show about listening to some great music, or at least in my opinion, great music while we're shaving. Maybe in the hopes of introducing you to some songs that you have not heard before, or maybe don't hear enough of. So let's get right to it today. I hope if you're joining us for the first time, you stumbled across us for whatever reason. I say us, meaning me. I hope you stick around. We're gonna be playing some great music today. I usually feature one song a week. Today I'm gonna get right to it because it's kind of a longer song today. By the way, I'm gonna be shaving with The Art of Shaving OUD, Oud, I think that's pronounced. I'm not quite sure. I'll be finishing it off with some First Snow by Barrister and Mann, because I don't have anything else to pair with the Oud. And then, as always, although I never show it on camera, I like the Clubman Panade Tout. Great stuff. So let's just jump right into it today as I load up the brush. That's the nice thing about The Art of Shaving. It doesn't need a whole lot. Like that's about all you need. Maybe a little more, maybe not. So today I'm going to be playing a song by an artist known as, well, not known as, his name is Kelly Joe Phelps. He's a bluesman, and he's a pretty well-known bluesman, I think, or at least among the blues aficionados. You know, you might be wondering why I'm playing him. Well, it's because he has some great music. And I want to play a song called Hard Time Killing Floor Blues. And Kelly Joe Phelps first recorded it, a studio version of it, in 1994. A lot of great music came out of 1994. But that's when he first recorded it in the studio, and it was off his album Lead Me On. However, he re-recorded it in, when did he re-record it? 2005. 2005, he did a live album. Let me get my face wet just real quick. In 2005, he did a live album called Tap on the Red Cane, Tap on the Red Cane Whirlwind, and this was one of the songs on that album, and it has evolved. It has evolved a lot since he first recorded it on his studio album, and I think it evolved for the better. The way he sings it has changed. Added some verses, and it's a great evolution. So I really like it. Now this song, Hard Time Killing Floor Blues, is not his own creation. It was originally written by legendary bluesman Skip James, and he wrote it, or at least first recorded it. I'm not sure when he wrote it, but I know that it was first recorded somewhere around 1931. It was side B on a 78 RPM record. And you may not have heard of Skip James, but he was a great blues musician back in the day. And this song really made its, I think probably people really started to identify with this song when the movie Oh Brother, Where Art Thou came out. You know, the guys are out surrounded by the campfire after they have recorded I'm Just a Man in Constant Sorrow. Constant Sorrow, I guess is the name of the song. It's night, they're all around the campfire, and the one guy's playing the guitar, and this is what he's singing. But Kelly Joe Phelps' version doesn't sound a whole lot like the Skip James version or the one recorded by, you know, I don't even know who was there and recorded on the Oh Brother, Where Art Thou album. But that's okay. I like him, but his name escapes me at the moment, and that's the sign of what happens when you get a little older. So I'm going to start this first pass. I really like the art of shaving for just builds up lather right away, just right away, and it has a good glide. Now, I'm not a huge fan of remakes. When artists remake a song to fit their own style. For the most part, like 95% of the time, I think a remake is worse than the original. But again, that's just my opinion. However, I think the blues are a different nature than most other songs, most other genres of music. I think the blues, they're actually made to evolve with the times. The song is actually, it's written and the blues are made to be carried out over the decades, over the centuries, because we still have the blues, you know, no matter where we're at. And so I think I think they naturally lend themselves to being remade by future artists over the generation and maybe morphed a little bit, evolve a little bit over time. I think the blues naturally lend themselves to this, where like other genres, I'm not convinced they do. Especially, I'm not sure a lot of the rock songs or pop songs can be remade with, you know, on a regular basis over the generations. Just doesn't work. But the blues, I think, do. And so Kelly Joe Phelps, his remake is completely his. You can hear remnants of the original in his version, especially with a lot of the lyrics, but he's added his own stuff to tell his story and what this song meant to him. But when Skip James originally wrote this song back in the 30s, it was in the time of the Depression. Work was really hard to come by. A lot of people didn't have jobs at all. It was a really, really rough time. And according to Skip's own writings on this song, he was inspired from the soup lines in the Depression in the 1930s down in Texas. Really struck him how men were lining up for soup provided by the government, And back then, he writes that most people, that's really all they had was whatever the government provided them during the Depression. They didn't really have anything more than that, and it was a really hard time to be alive, hard time to get through life, and so he wrote about it. And you can really hear, both in Skip James's original version, the 1930s version, you can really hear the pain in his voice as he's singing. But there's something about Kelly Joe Phelps too. In this version from 2005 that I'm going to play, you can hear it in his voice. He's added to the song a little bit. Like I said, he's made it his own, but he sings with such passion and with such feeling. You can feel that although this may no longer apply to the 30s, it still applies today, and something happened in his life, or he witnessed something that he's really singing about. And it really comes across in the music and in the song. And that's why I think, like I said, I think blues is one of the only genres, again, all this is just my opinion and it's subjective. The blues is one of the only genres that is really meant to evolve over time. And each generation is to take that and make it their own. And tell their story. And I think Kelly Joe Phelps does a great job with his old 1930s song. The opening line, the opening verses, you know, just to give you an idea, just in case you like to hear some of the lyrics. This OUD, oud, I wish I knew how to pronounce it, I just call it OUD. It's called oud. It really has a nice woodsy smell. I really like it. Fresh. So the opening lines of the song is hard time here and everywhere I go. Time is getting harder than ever before. Time's getting harder everywhere I go. And the people are drifting from door to door. Can't find no heaven. I don't care where they go. Singing about these hard time killing floor blues. Great piece, absolutely great piece. Again, it's a longer tune, but I hope you like it. Kelly Joe Phelps. This is from the 2005 live recording of Tap the Red Cane Whirlwind, originally recorded by Skip James back in the 1930s, 1931, somewhere around there. Here we go.
It is hard time nearly everywhere I go. Oh, the time is getting harder than ever been before. Yeah, the time is harder ever been before. Time getting harder everywhere I go. Yeah, time is getting harder everywhere I go. People are drifting from door to door. Can't find no heaven, but I'm singing about these hard times. Will I ever get off this old killing floor? I ain't never going down this road no more. And I ain't ever get off this old killing floor. I ain't never going down this road no more. I ain't never going down this road no more. Singing about these hard times. Oh, I'm singing about these hard times. Yeah, I'm singing about these hard times. Killing floor blues. Well, you thought you had money, oh, you better be sure. 'Cause you know the time gonna take you right out your door. Thought you had money, oh, you better be sure. 'Cause you know the time gonna take you right out your door. 'Cause you know the time gonna take you out your door. Singing about these hard times. Oh, I'm singing about these hard times. Killing floor, killing floor. Yeah, you hear me singing my old lonesome song. And you know the time been here, oh, and I'm up and gone. When you hear me singing, oh, my old lonesome song, and you know the time been here and I'm up and gone. You know the time been here and I'm up and gone. Singing, 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 about these hard time killing. It is hard time killing. Oh, these hard time killing. Oh, it's a hard time killing floor. I'm gonna sing this song, ain't gonna sing no more. 'Cause I'm gonna get drunk directly here and tell everything I know. song ain't gonna sing no more. I might get drunk directly and fall on the floor. I might get drunk directly, tell everything you know. And I might get drunk now and fall on the floor. All about these hard times, all about these hard times, all about these hard times. Oh, I said, about these hard times, killing floor blues, killing floor blues, killing floor blues, yeah, killing floor blues, killing floor blues, killing floor blues, killing floor blues.
What do you think? Kelly Jo Phelps, Hard Time Killing Floor Blues, an adaptation of Skip James's Hard Time Killing Floor Blues from the 1930s about the Great Depression. But you can definitely hear something in Kelly Jo Phelps's version that is just as haunting, just as emotionally filled and charged and something going on. Just an amazing piece. I love it. I hope you did too. I hope you enjoyed it. And take a chance. If you've not been exposed to the blues before, there's a lot of great pieces out there. And go listen to Skip James's version. You'll notice that it's not quite the same as this one, as Kelly Jo Phelps's. It's different. It's a lot different. But it's okay. Like I said, I think the blues lend themselves to growing with whatever times we're in. And unlike the other genres, which I just don't think, I'm not a big fan of remakes, except, like I said, the blues tend to be okay. They tend to have really nice remakes for the most part, not always. So there you go. That's the shave for today. And I hope you enjoyed it. Did a little Art of Shaving OUD or OUD. Finished up with Barrister and Man First Snow, kind of fur and leather combination. And in just a little bit, going to be putting on some Panade Club Men talc. And I'll be stropping the old Dovo 6/8 best quality customized scales here very soon to kind of clean it up before I put it away. Until then, until we do it again next week, where I bring you another song, I hope that you live life, everyone, and happy shaving.